First and foremost, I'm a trainer, not a clinical professional, not a manual therapist. So for my case study, I picked a client that I've trained for many, many years. I felt like she was a good candidate because I've known her for a long time. I've known her history. And she was having some acute issues that I felt like we could work on and see if we could have an impact with FST. I also felt like she was a unique candidate because not only does she train with me, but she also sees our ART professional on a weekly basis and one of our massage therapists on a weekly basis. So weekly for months, if not years, she's been getting ART, she's been getting massage, and in the current circumstances was having acute calf, lower leg, shin splint type issues. And despite the treatment week in and week out, they were persisting. So while we might normally think that having those other interventions would sort of cloud the possibility of whether or not what we're doing was effective, we knew that she was getting that treatment every week and it wasn't working. So I just wanted to insert FST, and it felt like that created a pretty controlled experiment to see if FST would have an impact that was either different than or better than these other modalities that she was already receiving on a weekly basis. So it seemed like a unique situation to try and insert FST into somebody's overall program, and it would sort of be a pass-fail situation. I didn't know if it was going to work. She didn't know if it was going to work. So it would be, this case study could be, well, we tried it and it didn't work, or we had a positive impact, and it would be a sort of a great testimonial for FST. So she's here a lot. There's not a lot of time to schedule additional sessions. So the thing that came to mind was we could do the standing lower leg, calf, ankle series, insert it wherever possible, whether it was in training sessions or additional sessions, but do it quickly, 15 to 30 minutes each time I saw her, and try and do it as frequently as possible. So we took a month, and I tried to work on her 2 or 3 times a week at a minimum to do that standing calf series against the wall and see if we could have an impact. And so that was our approach. Doing the standing lower leg calf series on her, that's always a fun one because perhaps more than any other FST stretch or movement, that seems to have a really acute effect on people. It feels really good when they walk right afterwards. They always notice a difference. So it's an easy one to get people excited about FST. So that said, it was fairly obvious that acutely in any given session, we were probably going to have a positive impact, that she would feel better after we did the stretches. And that's great. And we were after her getting some relief for her lower leg issues. But we also wanted to see if we could have a lasting impact from day to day or over the weeks, or generally, if we could make her feel better overall. What we found over the course, and I think it was only about a week into doing it for a month, she started feeling consistently better on a daily basis. And then over the course of the month, by the end, to hear her describe it, she felt like overall there was a positive impact, and that she had experienced relief from she would describe them as shin splints. I don't know technically what was going on, but she has incredibly tight calves and incredibly tight lower extremity musculature overall. But she felt relief in general, and so I think ultimately it was a positive outcome.
So in the beginning of the session, my left calf felt like it was seizing, and so now after the treatment, it feels tremendously looser, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna snap. I feel healed. No, it was really good. That was
So it
yeah.
feels different after those.
It definitely feels it feels much better. Way better.
Fantastic.
So every time we're doing it, it just gets easier and easier. So it didn't hurt as much this time. And I feel I have a little bit more mobility, and it's definitely, my calves are definitely looser. So I've been going to ART weekly, and I've had these mass, these balls in my calf, and my ART person has commented how much looser everything is, and although and the balls have lessened considerably, and I just overall feel a lot more looser, and I think it's been really great.